Welcome to MachismoTV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Our channel covers a range of topics including current events, fitness, personal development, and technology to help you look, feel, and live your best life. Tune in for actionable advice and engaging discussions. We the willing, led by the unknowing, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We have done so much, with so little for so long, we are now qualified to do anything, with nothing.
So join up. Do your part. There's a long war ahead, and we need you. So join up. Do your part. There's a long war ahead, and we need you.
Have you any idea how successful censorship is on TV? Don't know the answer? Successful, isn't it? Have you any idea how successful censorship is on TV? Don't know the answer? Successful, isn't it?
About how we can better ourselves and further ourselves, further your mind, you know what I'm saying?
How you gon' wear my trust when the lights
Let's be clear, this is
How you gon' be no love when the bed don't sleep?
invasion.
Deep, crash your feelings in the middle of the street. When you was at your lowest, tell me where the hoes was at. When you was at your lowest, tell me where the bros was at. 3:30 in the morning, scroll through the call up. Ain't nobody but the mirror looking for the fall off. I love when you count me out. 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 My name is in your mouth.
Might be about you. Might be about you.
Conductor. Welcome to the new golden era. Yo. This that purple tape mix with 𝐂𝐍𝐉𝐎𝐾𝐿. Hey yo. Imagine getting murdered with the case in the village. It sure is. Yeah. DJ Drama.
Hey yo, I'ma take it back to the ski mask Chanel. So yo, with my man, I can never fail. I can be through you, I can tell you would tell. You ain't never ate rules, Chris in a cell. Everything grab, you moving at a pace of a snail. Supreme clientele, cause my cocaine pad is wrapped on the hype. My dope powers well with Egypt, reading Portland's.
I pray you see me hop up out that Rolls, that's hope. I pray you see me hop out that Maybach, that's hope. Big chains on my neck, that's hope. Big ass bracelet on my wrist, that's hope. That's hope. Praise fly, praise stove, praise both.
Say you love me, lie to me, sweet. Double R stitched in my seat. Powder footprints falling off my feet.
Hey yo, meticulous like a watchmaker, precision. I'm public enemy without the clock. Yo, listen, champagne flavor apricot, full flavor, full leaf furs. Ocelot, I'm at the spot, about to make a lot. On a calm morning, got me brainstorming new ways to breach loopholes, new goals to turn coal into diamonds. You motherfucking turncoats, cotton picking good for nothing wanted. You low down Benedicts, how you kill a good nigga working in the the neighborhood trying to build shit. That ain't real shit. I know it's hard to get on one accord, but why take a king off the board? It's not checkmate when the gang detonate. But let me deviate. I'm thinking more of pouring white grapes than the flu. I escape in a coupe, the heist. Open shop down in Alger Heights. Nothing less than success will suffice. Right, tell me how it feel to be a real one. We don't inherit empires, gotta build one. High stakes when it's fake, stay a real one. Mastermind a game plan to make a meal from. Tell me how it feel to be a real one. We don't inherit empires, gotta build one. High stakes when it's fake, stay a real one. Mastermind a game plan to make a meal from. It's real. Pearls before swine. Girls with strong minds, the world is all mine. It's like hurry up and wait, it's a long line. You got the right idea, but at the wrong time. Timepieces, I find peace, my mind reaches new levels, new devils to leave speechless. Speak truth to power, minutes turn to hours, yours become ours. Now it's new moves, rules of engagement. I leave out with the money, with who I came with. No more the same shit, but I'm still player. Get your main hit, like your first single. Layers, fly ladies understand lingo. On the hotel rooftop, we met mingle. Tequila shots, the whole menu was bilingual. Sing along, you know the words, it's not a jingle. A man with a plan with a purpose. Standing ovation, we out, close the curtains. Yeah. Tell me how it feel, tell me how it feel. Tell me how it feel to be a real one. We don't inherit empires, gotta build one. High stakes when it's fake, stay a real one. Mastermind a game plan to make a meal from. Know the deal. Tell me how it feel to be a real one. We don't inherit empires, gotta build one. High stakes when it's fake, stay a real one. Mastermind a game plan to make a meal from. Know the deal.
You like to eat?
Hell yeah, I like to eat. What you think? I got air in me? What the hell is wrong with you? Asking me dumb questions. He literally looked at my big ass and say, do you like to eat? I went by the gas station and put the air pump in my ass today, Shannon. That's how I got blown up. I'm sorry. Stick a pin in me. I'm gonna be your size.
But you know, sometimes
you know he don't date big girls.
I'm here today because Raymond rather play the video games than play with me. Look, here go your controller. Play with me. I'm your game. Play with me. This your game. Play with me. I'm your game. Play with me. This your game. I cook. I clean. I pay the bills. I cook. I cook. I clean. I pay the bills. I cook.
Mr. Baptiste, your woman is upset. Mr. Baptiste, let me ask you this. Do you play a lot of video games?
Ollie boy count cash, move sneaky, paper in the daycare, paper in the kitchen on the phone, different story, different vision. Every office, cousin got position. Every meeting, bro, I got a mission. Smile for the photo, suit look clean. Under the table, whole crew eat green. Somebody scam king, ay. We run that, 8 bill gone, they can't get none back. On God, every hustle, every angle. Comrade, Kylo, say flip it, untangle. Somebody scam king, talk sweet, walk mean. Dress code halal, money so hot I'm clean. Read beat, sign here, that's the anthem. Whole block eating off the big boy scams. Damn, 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 damn.
Somebody scam king. Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet.
Scam king. Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet.
Scam king. Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet.
Scam king. Somebody scam king.
Freedom fighters, now they fight with spreadsheets. Laptop louder than the sound of the streets. Grand after grand, feeding all the kids. Outside parking lot full of new whips. Charity, trucking, fake school, fake farm. Whole application like reading the charm. Refugee program, we help, we care. Back in Saxon, we just spit that shit. Comrade Carlos in the must front row at the door prayer. Plan where the funds go, one file here. One shell company there. By the time they notice, we in the air.
Somebody scam king.
We run that 8 bill gone, they can't get none back. On God, every hustle, every angle. Comrade Carlos, say flip it, untangle.
Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, walk mean, dress code halal, money so hot I'm clean. Habibi, sign here, that's the anthem. Whole block eating off the big boy scams. Damn, 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 damn.
Somebody scam king. Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet.
Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet.
Scam king. Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet.
Scam king.
On decorations. But
The white boys had told all them French gals that we had tails. Then they found this ignorant colored soldier. Paid him to tie a tail to his ass and run around half naked making monkey sounds. They put him on a big round table in the Cafe Napoleon. Put a reed in his hand, crown on his head, blanket on his shoulders, and made him eat bananas in front of all them Frenchies. Oh, the white boys danced that night. Passed out leaflets with that boy's picture on it. Called him Moonshine, King of the Monkeys. And when we slit his throat, you know that fool asked us what he had done wrong.
Country shot.
My daddy told me we got to turn our backs on this guy, Wilkie. Close our ranks to the chitlins, the collard greens, the cornbread style. We are men, soldiers, and I don't intend for our race to be cheated out of its place of honor and respect in this war.
The pupils burn from the gaze of the sunlight. Trying to go legit this time with no gunfight. Straight flights to Ghana. My man got the gold connect. Bow-legged dude with chicks on deck. He got Navy sailors moving their crypto specs. Maybach Hummer, sound like a discotheque. His brother Stan blew off his own hand. He's in the mausoleums, couldn't show his wrist back on. It's in the Coliseum. The monsters out, straight down in the opera house. Scorpion pendant, red stone in a lobster mouth. Diamonds embroidered in the Chinaware. Speaking through Tesla phones, tucked behind the ear, Snow White Royce, guts red with lasagna chairs. Scarface party was raw with mad lines in there. Everybody holding, rock wallets, mad nines in there. Hitters with gold fronts frontin' with the concierge. 50 years of hip hop, New York is the mascot. City is the backdrop. One more, you can holler at me. You can holler at me.
That I gotta be the best of all. That just cut and dried. I'm the best. Whether you like it or not, you're looking at, the greatest, the best looking man, the best dressed man, long limousines, jet airplanes, custom made clothes, and any woman in the world I want, just like that. You know why? Let's face it, if you're not carrying the big gold, you're second best no matter what you tell yourself. So gear up, ladies and gentlemen. Get used to it. Who you're looking at, the man.
The almighty, the legend, the legendary West Side.
Hallowed be thy name. Are you really ready?
Fly God himself.
You're looking at the man.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. You son of a bitch! 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 You son of a bitch!
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
That's how we do it.
You're in the mix.
You're in the mix.
Your girlfriend's favorite DJ.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Is in the mix.
That's how we do it.
You're in the mix.
You're in the mix.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
show will begin now.
Yo, 1-2-1-2-1-2. We in the building. What up, chat? All right, I see y'all piling in here. Music Man, what up with you, man? I see Southwest Philly in the building. 215. Stand up. What up, shows? Victor Weller. Welcome, brother Zeke. No news up in here early. I see you. And here come the Cloud Watchers. I like it. All right, guys. Let me get a sound check real quick. Tito.
Yeah, what up?
You sound good. Saul. Mr. O.
Mic check.
All right, there you go. Mr. O.
1-2-1-2-1-2. What it do? What it do?
All right, bet. We are in the building. Woody Pack, shout out to the panel. All right, what up with you, Playboy? I see you, man. I see you. Now. All right, bet. We up in here. We got a good show for you. We're going to start the top of the hour with a Divester Pack. Thanks everybody for supporting the channel during the week. I know you guys I've been seeing it in the comments. Yeah, we've been rolling out the catalog. We've been playing a lot of content during the day. That was me and Saul's original conversation X amount of years ago about having a catalog and being able to run the channel like a television station where we could just put stuff in syndication and reruns during the day at night. So we've been running a tech podcast and then Tom Likas radio and stuff during the day. It seems to be going over well, and apparently YouTube runs ads on those things. So that is a good thing because we make a couple shekels off that. So I like that. That being said, let's get down to it, man. Let's get opening statements from everybody. Let's get this thing cracking. We're gonna do about 3 segments, get everybody up out of here. Saul, what you got for me, Playboy?
Man, it's been a hell of a week, bro. I'm sure y'all seen all the different fuckery, all the different psyops and all the different tactics of desperation are the last vestiges of a weird ass party. I hope they fucking coalition break the fuck up. I'll let my plane there.
All right, well played. I concur. Tito, it's all yours, Playboy. Opening statement.
Yeah, watch how this, these rash or dead divestors, watch how they try to reframe and redirect, all of the naysayers and all of the people that criticize them for their positions. Watch how you gonna watch. I'm already seeing them backpedal right now, and it's funny as hell to see. It's this one. I forget her name. It's this one old iguana face divest in particular that's always on TikTok talking shit about black men, even though she married to one, I think. But yeah, just watch how you go see all of the backpedaling. Just watch, and I'll land my plane there.
Okay, iguana face, man. Iguana face. That's
the
funny.
bitch look like an iguana. Yeah.
He ain't lying.
He ain't lying.
Oh, you know who I'm talking about? What the hell is her name?
I left for a second. Are you talking about the Me Too bitch?
No. It's this one. I can't tell if she brown skin or light skin. It looks like she fuck with the bleaching joint. But she always talking all this materialistic shit. She a old, dried up ass bitch that's like, bitch, when was you dating? Like when Nixon was leaving office? Like, always, you know what? Let me find this bitch.
Y'all niggas on one tonight, bro. Yeah, this nigga started out with iguana face. You came to fight. Mr. O, it's all you. What you got? Open a statement, Playboy.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm talking about 2 things at one time, but basically we got a Keisha problem in politics and basically running our so-called cities like the mayor of your fair city, Machismo, out there in Philly. She told these people like, man, don't tell me how to go ahead and tax y'all. Like for real though. Also with this whole travesty that basically wrestling right now in preference, her basically her scamming Chad left her hanging, and she fell for the rope-a-dope. And now we all got to go ahead and backpedal, listen to all these people saying that, why y'all talking bad about this poor black woman? What was that your mother? What was that your man? Forget this, bitch, shut the fuck up. We getting sick and tired of y'all. I got mad, y'all, Tito, especially Tito. I don't know how you feel about this, but Cheese, I know definitely how you feel about this. And so I ain't got to pick your brain. How egregious, how insulting from the nigga community, mainly from the pro-black male feminist simps, and definitely from Keisha. How dare they gonna ask us black men who they say they don't like, don't want to be with, all the other stuff. They say, why come y'all won't come and defend this divestment that's trying to get away from y'all and basically call y'all type of names? Why y'all ain't defending her?
No, I'm with you 100% on that, and that deserves a booby drop.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, it was the top shelf Chad that left little Ashley Janae. He left her hanging. He left Ashley Janae hanging. I guess she again rope-a-dope. She now understand the rope-a-dope situation with him, and now look, now she resting in preference. It ain't my fault. Look, she decided to go ahead and hop on the white Frankfurter, and that's what she get.
Oh hell yeah! Oh, International Choir Storm in the building. And you said Tito be crushing. Oh, you've been crushing in the Patreon lately?
Yeah.
Tito? Okay.
Yeah, that's her name, Natalie Clarice. Yeah, man. The bitch's neck looked like the sleeve of a Tuskegee Airman jacket. You know what I'm saying? Weather beaten old bitch.
All right, bet, guys. All right, everybody shuffling in. All right, so you know what? We're gonna do the Ashley Janae segment, but as I say, I've said this before, evolution, epigenetics, and Darwinism is running its course, and the environment is doing its job. And the black man don't have to, the FBA black man don't have to clean it up, and I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? We seen what happened with this recent divestiture, leave him to Chad and let Chad take out the trash, you know what I'm saying? So before we get started, we are officially smoking on a divestiture pack.
Smoking on a divestiture pack. Get your crash out. Smoking on a divestiture pack. Yeah, she work. Oh yeah, CD. Smoking on a divestiture pack. Kiss your crush out. Smoking on a divestiture pack. There she work. Smoking on a divestiture pack. I'm on the break in a minute. Boogie steady in the head. Then they told me a lot of bands. I didn't see me then again. Got I'm on one dog. I ain't stayed on the 10. All the stayed on the fair. I was down on my hand. Smoking on a divestiture. In the bay, I'm a vest. Now you won't say I'm master. Smoking on a divestiture. Smoking on a divestiture. In the bay, I'm arrested. Now you won't say I'm master. Smoking on a divestiture. Smoking on a divestiture. Kiss your crash out. Smoking on a divestiture. Smoking on a divestiture. Fresh looking at the curb. I'm smoking on the lawn. I'm a D to the mall. Smoking on the other arm. Back money when the runs.
Smoking on that divestiture pack. So, Brad, as you all know, it's all over social media. Brad left this divestiture hanging in Tanzania, no pun intended.
She fell for the rope-a-dope.
She fell for the rope.
Actually raised locally in South Jersey, and now her death is making headlines across the world. Well, today we spoke to her family in Delaware, who say they aren't getting any answers about what happened to her from officials in Tanzania or her fiance.
My daughter Ashley
She's no longer here with us, and we're trying to find out why.
On April 5th, influencer Ashley Robinson, who goes by Ashley Janae on Instagram, was celebrating her 31st birthday in Zanzibar, Tanzania. She was on the vacation with her boyfriend of 1 year, who popped the question just 2 days before.
She was starting the next chapter of her life. She called us and FaceTimed us to share with us her travel.
Ashley's mother says she never would have expected that less than a week later, her daughter would be dead. On April 8th, she says Ashley called saying she and her fiance got into an argument and were moved to separate rooms. The next day, she received another call, this time from her fiance.
He told me that Ashley did something to herself and that she was being taken to the hospital. I said, what happened when? And he told me it had been 11 hours prior.
Hours later, the luxury resort the couple was staying at called saying that Ashley passed away. According to the hospital's medical report, Ashley had an unidentified mark around her neck. They wrote, according to her husband, he found she hung herself on the door with several question marks.
Sometime Jill went back to the room with security, and that's how they found her.
Ashley was also taken to a second hospital who listed her cause of death as cerebral hypoxia by strangulation and suffocation.
She's never done anything that would ever lead me to believe that she would do something to harm herself.
And the family says next they are considering going to Zanzibar themselves to try to get as many answers as possible. Now, we also tried to directly contact Ashley's fiance, the resort, and the embassy, but we did not hear back. I'm live in the Satellite Center. Cheyenne Karine, Channel 6, Action News. Back to you.
Yeah, heartbreaking for the family and unfolding halfway around the world. Thank you, Cheyenne.
Smoking on the divestor pack. You should crash out. Smoking on the divestor pack. Yeah, she work. Oh, yeah, CD. Smoking on the divestor pack. Kiss your crash out. Smoking on the divestor pack. Yeah, she work. Smoking on the divestor pack. I'm on the break in a minute. Mookie steady in the head. Then they took me a lot of grants. I didn't see me thing again. Got them on $1.
All right, Tito, you did 2 streams about this week. This is your segment also, by the way. We know I'm actually interested too in a lot of the social media fallout and how all of a sudden a situation with a divester and a Brad all the way in Zanzibar with no FBA black man in sight, how all of a sudden the whole entire conversation then shifted to black men and shit. And no smoke really for the bread. People real careful to they saying allegedly and all this other thing. Like it's a lot of effort being put in place to protect Brad's image, even by her father. Her mother's a divester, by the way. What say you, Tito?
Well, in any discussion that you're gonna have, you gotta understand the number one operating rule, and that's that so-called black females are never gonna speak in good faith. So for all of the rhetoric that we have to hear about why non-black men are better, but especially white men, and it's easy, even though a lot of these deaths happen, it's easier to sweep it under the rug when there's some random girl from Wisconsin or some random girl from Louisiana. In other words, a fresh out of high school and they ask nobody. That's just an isolated incident. But then when you have one of these high profile divester influencers, well, that's something that can't be swept under the rug. That's something that just can't be quietly tucked away. And so because it can't be quietly tucked away, then that's when they go ahead and start with the projection and the conflating and all of the bullshit, right? Now, I pointed out that the nigga community is a very strange place. We're the only place where when somebody, one of our number is, meets an unfortunate demise, the first thing we go and do is start talking shit to each other. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, about the murder or whatever unfortunate set of events. We the only people that do that. Nobody else does that, right? But they really, Keisha doesn't give a fuck about this girl, right? They don't care. They don't give a fuck. As long as they feel like they are controlling the narrative a little bit, as long as they feel like they have black men angry, or you got to realize a lot of the shit that they say to you is just to get you emotionally off balance so you get away from the main topic. And so if they can set up all of these bullshit ass debates about, well, you should be protecting black women and all of that shit, it strikes at black men's sense of manhood, and dumb niggas that's emotional enough will actually sit there and entertain that debate with them rather than say, no. This don't have nothing to do with black men. She was over there with a white man. I don't know why niggas ain't said that, but you actually have men that right now when we talking, entertaining these dumbass prompts and shit on TikTok. It's becoming less and less because I've been encouraging niggas on TikTok like, hey, stop going to them lives. Don't even go there. Let them engage with themselves because they making content off of your back. You know what I'm saying?
No,
they're making content off of your back. I'll land my plane there.
No, that's spot on. And I'll piggyback on what you were saying. I was saying this to y'all behind stage. I've been monitoring all of the chatter all across social media around this, because I always be looking for patterns. And the thing that's striking me most of all is, even like a lot of the female content creators that be making so-called man-related content, the black ones in particular, even them, like when I see them, making a diverse comment, I watched them slip it in there a little bit, like, and then some of the black male content creators, like, they'll be like, all this, just like when black men and they date out with and they have things to say about black women or the passport bros. This shit ain't passport bros and niggas dating out. They ain't got nothing to do with a divestor broad getting hung in Zanzibar. How we get in it? They ain't wasn't an FBA man in sight in Zanzibar. And then the things that brothers is saying in the comments about her resting in preference because she was making all this divestor content. And once again, that ain't no that's way different from, like, black women celebrating Kevin Samuel's death.
Yeah, that's typical the typical brown nose and pandering ass niggas false equivalency game. They always come with the false equivalency game. There's no equivalent. There's no black male equivalent of Cynthia G. There's no black man. I don't see a bunch of black men running around on Twitter talking about how they picture their kids being mixed. I don't see black men doing that. It's not the same thing. It's totally not the fucking same thing. When black men are critical of black women, it's about their attitude and their actions. That's it. When black women are critical, they critical of your fucking existence. There's no black male equivalent of that.
No, that's fact. Matter of fact, we'll do a booby drop. So, what say you of this ongoing debacle?
Mr. Otap touched on some of these points, but what's glaringly obvious here is the level of protection that they're giving a white boy. What's funny is you don't even see the biological father, the person who's responsible for her supposed provision and protection up until the point that she became an adult, around saying anything. I find that funny. And I'm not quite sure if the mom is a divestor or not, but she's married.
She's married. She divorced the father, who's a black man, who's handsome, by the way. The father remarried the black woman, and then the mother remarried a white man.
There we go. There we go.
Bottom shelf Brad. She married a bottom shelf Brad. That kind of
she married a bottom shelf Brad. Nigga looked like Lurch.
Okay.
The black father is handsome.
Okay. So what's even more funny is that I find that there's a good possibility that even the Tethers are protecting him.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because I'm not quite sure whether or not he's in custody or any of the other stuff as of now. You know, I just find it real funny. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. What's omitted from this news and obviously mainstream news altogether is that, you know, when they do talk about her persona on the web, it's, you know, there's possibility that she could have been talking negative about black men, but, you know, nothing has been confirmed and stuff like that. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? So this is where we at, man. And, you know, it's obviously, you know, this is if I cannot be any robust about the clarity of the media, university, Democrat Party, and nonprofit complex that we have against us, you know what I mean? What have you? And this is one of those rare opportunities to see all of this act as one, from social media to regular media to the Tethers to, you know, nonprofits, you know, trying to use this as an opportunity to talk about femicide, these fake ass professors and stuff like that. Bruh, like all of them actually, believe it or not, have converged on this, all to try to protect Brad's image. All of a sudden, everybody wants to talk about Protect Black Women Month or whatever the case may be, and femicide. How much this stuff is done at the hands of black men? Fuck out of here. I'll let my plane there, man.
Yo, spot on. And I want to say something. Well, here's a boob. Detroit, I see you in the building. I want to tag on something you just said at the end too. Yeah, there's a massive campaign to protect her image because she was with the Brad and caught the L, and to protect the Brad. But you see that I freeze framed it on the screen. That's the mother and that's the chick. They had a Phillies game in Philly, and part of that picture is there's another set of pictures. So the mother's at the Phillies game with her and the Brad, right? And like somebody said in the chat, after she divorced the father, she was basically she got ran through by multiple white men, and that's the one she married. So she got groomed to be a divester. She got groomed to be a divester. And if you watch the interview when they're interviewing, the mom got the look on her face like, I got my daughter killed. That's the look on her face. If you watch the actual news interview, it's like her wrapping her head around the fact that, yeah, your daughter's dead because you was cold-heartedly. And then bear in mind, too, this chick was also an escort. So it's like, so even the father up there on the joint, it's like, bro, like, how is that? Like, she had both parents, and you done married the wife. The wife then turned her into a divester and an escort. What the F is going on? She from Jersey, but I will tell you, there's a lot of divester, but especially the brown dark skin Jones from Jersey. I'm from Philly. Like, well, Music Man in the building, he know. It's a lot of them divester chicks in Jersey, dog. Mr. O, it's all yours.
So I've been coming up with a theory for a very, very long time. Now, look. When I say what these travestis, what the disguise is, y'all guys and follow me. Look, natural hair, auntie granny glasses. Sometimes they wear a septum ring or not. What did Ashley Janae mama look like in that interview? And I like how all these news media outlets just did like a censor cut with just a mom and a dad. I get it, that's her parents and everything, but for optics' sake, the other news outlets actually show all the whole couples, you know, with the black wife with the black man, and now the white man with the black mama with the so-called natural hair and the auntie granny glasses. That is the divester uniform. We gotta start calling it out. I know a lot of brothers be talking about they want a natural sister, the girl that look like halfway a nerd, or some one of these earthy earth tone looking chick types. Them are the main divestors. I'm sorry, they do not rock with black men. Y'all gotta go ahead and understand that the normal looking black woman do not want to mess with a black man. They have ordained the ratchet, crazy looking chicks for you. So another thing with this situation, I mentioned this before. You literally got people trying to shame black men. Even the black man that she said was Dusty's bullet bags, the whole divester, black woman, black man hating rhetoric, all the so-called talking points. We literally got a foot track record, digital footprint of all her malarkey, and now they want to go ahead and say, man, let bygones be bygones. Look past that. She's still a black woman. Did y'all have that same what's the name for OJ? Did y'all have that same leeway for Kobe Bryant? I think not. So before I pass the mic, only thing I'm gonna say is Ashley Janae, rest in preference. And I pass the mic.
Hell yeah, they auto muted me too. Yo, Detroit 313, for the $5 super chat. Thanks for supporting the stream, bro. He said, "This is amazing. Black women are psychological analysis hatred on black men. Black women are on next level Freddy Krueger shit. Now they really out there slandering black men killing white women. A lot of that shit gets nipped in the bud. We already know that. I'm gonna give you a double for that one because it's divestor pack night."
Smoking on the divestor pack. Get your crash out. Smoking on the divestor pack. There she work. Oh yeah, CD. Smoking on the divestor pack. Get your crash out. Smoking on a divestor pack. There she work. Smoking on a divestor pack. I'm on the break in a minute. Boogie steady in the head. Then they told me a lot of grants. Now they send me thing again. Got them on $1. I stayed on the 10. All the stayed on the fifth. I was down on my hand. Smoking on a divestor. In the plate, I'm a vest. Yeah, you more say I'm master. Smoking on a divestor. Smoking on a divestor. Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do.
Man, the one if ever that drop was fucking appropriate. Fucking appropriate. He said, "Man, that should have been the song of the year last year." Fucking right. That's why this turns into the goddamn permanent drop over here. Shout out to Vato. This is what I wanted. CJ Paxton said, "I was watching the video today from History Lessons. Sad black women read a comment about how black women project their self-hate on us, i.e., you hate black women when they really hate us." Yo, we've been saying that for quite a while down here. And International Quiet Storm, yeah, you hit it right on the head. Where was the high road when they made disgusting videos about KS? That KS shit, they never gonna live that down. Kobe and Chadwick Boseman, yup, and Mr. O, they didn't have that nice energy for Stephon Clark. I think we're all on the same. I think we're all on the same page with that. All right, let's do a quick pivot. Let me share my screen. I want to talk real quickly about this. Because I watched, shout out to Dr. Tia Johnson. I watched Dr. Tia Johnson's coverage on this earlier this week about the Lieutenant Governor of Fairfax. And I like what Dr. Tia Johnson did. He basically, okay, we have the crime in and what it was. He killed his wife, but Dr. Tia Johnson ran down the long chain of events, and then Saul, this is a good segue for you to comment on what you were saying about Roland Martin and this gentleman also being alpha. So I want you to touch on that. But Dr. Tia Johnson ran down the long list of culminating events from the false Me Too accusation to how he ended up being alienated in his home, how the judge in family court basically forced him out of his own home, et cetera, and how he had sequestered him, basically how he was slowly becoming undone, and then his interaction with family. So that ties into a lot of the men's related talking points that we've covered down here ad nauseum. So what I find is that it is apropos that we're seeing more and more of the ongoing talking points from our established lexicon, actually seeing them play out in real time on the national news, and now it's playing out in real time with some figures that are larger than life, and it's like we're sitting back here and it's like we can call it blow by blow, point by point. And what I also find interesting is that the media coverage of it, that they seem to be on the back foot with it, not even understanding where some of these things are coming from. Whereas to us, a lot of this stuff is blatantly relevant or obvious, as it were. Detroit 313 with another 5. He said, pardon me, right now they're trying to project and line on Muhammad Ali, saying that he's a colorist in the 60s. Once again, you can't beat it. All-out assault on the male, black male image, even in death.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do.
Quiet Storm, spot on. He says political warfare started with them, talking about Lieutenant Governor of Virginia Fairfax, which we're about to cover. Political warfare started with him the moment he had aspirations of becoming governor of Virginia. They systematically stripped him of everything that he cared about and fought for. So spot on. So there's multiple layers to this, and I like I said, shout out to Dr. Tia Johnson. I thought he did a really good analysis and breakdown on this, and I don't want this one to be swept under the rug or relegated to one of those random a black man snapped narratives, because that's really not what it is. There's multiple layers of this, and a lot of those layers tie into the lexicon which we've perfected down here. Let's go.
Stunning news out of Virginia now, breaking overnight. The former Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax found dead in a apparent murder-suicide today. Griff Jenkins is watching that, and what details have we learned so far, Griff?
Yeah, Bill, a tragic developing story. Fairfax County Police Chief Kevin Davis confirming that former Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax shot and killed his wife, Serena, and then turned the gun on himself at their home in Annandale, Virginia. Their children, both teens in high school, one boy, one girl, were home at the time. The son called 911 shortly after midnight. Chief Davis says the couple had been living together in separate rooms, going through a messy divorce.
We know that recently Mr. Fairfax was served some type of paperwork indicating when he was scheduled to next appear in court for the ongoing divorce proceedings. So I guess that is something that we're looking at as something that may have led to whatever happened last night that led to the murder of a mother and a wife and a suicide.
Chief Davis adding that this is a high-profile family. This is tragic, of a loss for the children to lose both parents. And he says there are enough cameras, Bill, in the home to corroborate what happened. At this point, they believe that Fairfax appears to have used the same gun on his wife and himself. Police also noted that back in January, the wife made a police report alleging assault by her husband, Justin, in the house, but police determined that was not proven to be the case. No charges were brought. You'll recall Fairfax was lieutenant governor from 2018 to 2022 under Virginia Democrat Governor Ralph Northam, who issued a statement to Washington Post saying, "Pam and I are devastated by this."
Real quick, just so we notice, the mandatory false assault claim in the middle of the divorce, so that she can maintain custody of the children, et cetera, and get him out of the house quickly. They maintained that the assault was false, but that's the playbook. That's the playbook.
Heartbreaking news. I had the privilege of getting to know the Fairfaxes while our families served together. Justin Fairfax, once viewed as a frontrunner for governor, he had sexual allegations made against him in 2019 that had dated back to 2000 and 2004, Bill. He still ran in 2021, but he came in fourth. It's a developing story. We'll bring you more as we get it.
Sure enough. Thanks, Griff. Good to see you. Griff Jenkins on that story in Washington.
All right, bet. Yo, shout out to you. Look at you, outspoken introvert. I see you, Playboy. Cortez Smith, I see you too. But he says, salute to the panel in chat. Vote no this Tuesday, Virginia. Yo, see, I like to see that. Like, brothers talking about voting local, brothers talking about voting in the midterms. Shout out to us. That was not the there wasn't a lot of conversation about brothers getting they niggas telling you your vote don't count, don't do nothing, sit on the sidelines to complain. But I like the attitude is to get active. I'm with it. Detroit 313 with another $5 super chat. He said next thing is they'll be celebrating Eddie Murphy on his last days. It will. Eddie gonna get dragged. You better believe that they're gonna drag Eddie. It's coming.
I analyzed videos of over 100 instances of Superman catching people falling from buildings. Superman dips 30% more to cushion the blow of white people than he does blacks. This is a clear indication of implicit bias. There's no way around it. Superman is racist.
What they neglected to tell.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. And fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. And fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. And fuck all you hoes.
Yo, shout out to Stefan. Stefan says Tito always talking about starting a pack. That's the move. Spot the fuck on. Yeah, Me Too shut down his career, political and political access. So why don't you take that one at the top? Because you know something a little bit about this, among other things. The family courts leveraging the police and the system with regard to the false allegations, what have you, especially in the wake of which turned out to be a fake Me Too allegation as well. And then this spiraling to the point where, he appears to be at his wit's end. They said it seemed to appear that he was having a nervous breakdown and this isn't the first time we've seen, with this person's more high profile, but we've seen, remember the guy who was watching Manosphere content, who's the Today's the Day guy? Remember that guy? When they won't let him see his kids and everything, and he did the video that Today's the Day showed up at the ex's home and
Roger something. I remember that dude.
Yeah. So this isn't the first time we've seen this. The Today's the Day situation. But Saul, that's all yours, and then you can pass it to Mr. O. We'll get Tito to round out the section.
So, as we've been seeing more recently, well, let me start here. Obviously, this was, kind of a slow and suffering and arduous death for this individual here, where, this person had a meteoric rise politically in the state of Virginia, whereas the governor was facing a scandal and, was about to step down, and he was actually about to be, the governor of Virginia. And as he was ascending, to running the Commonwealth, all of a sudden he started getting these kind of random accusations. One was from a conference, the other one was from, college. Ironically, the one from college, I don't know if you heard this yourself, Tito, Corey Maggette got up in that too, by the way. Any of y'all remember Corey Maggette? Corey Maggette, y'all?
The basketball player? Yeah. They say I look like his doppelganger sometimes. Yeah, I know who Corey Maggette is.
So Mr. O was all up in that. Anyhow, long story short, this man, lost endorsements, ended up, running, and ended up only getting 4% of the state. And because of it, he ended up being politically blackballed, Now, mind you, this is a guy with, a great level of education and legal training or whatnot. And they destroyed this guy, right? Now, here's the thing. And I've been saying this, and I've been saying this before, as far as the bigger thing. Right now, you have two wings of the Democratic Party engaging in civil war. One is your more moderate type, and then of course you have the progressive type, rabid feminists who are actually on some, you're not going to run anybody unless you run a woman, okay? And how they was getting men out of the paint is with these accusations, right? Okay. Like you see this with obviously what's going on in California with that, guy who just had to step down. You see what's going on with Cesar Chavez, obviously. Obviously to, rewrite his history because they're trying to prep up a Latina female, right? Mm-hmm. So the whole political calculus for people to kind of watch out for is, once again, this sort of, false accusation. Now, nobody thinks about what happens after people get what they want politically. They don't think about the fact that this person is effectively blackballed. Now, in order to get the kids, obviously, what women tend to do is lie and say domestic violence because it shores up them having hold of the house. He's still required to pay, and she gets the kids, So unfortunately, this guy felt that he didn't have any options. Now, let me go ahead and add the worst part about it. Okay. Now, a couple of days ago, you had bitch ass Roland Martin posting up a picture with himself, with Boule in the background, along with both him and the former lieutenant governor throwing up their alpha signs. And suddenly, that within hours, he had to take it down. Now, those very simps who use this to get, they butter biscuits, I'm sorry to say it like this too, including the lieutenant governor himself, right? These same very bitches in which the policies you purport, same Democratic motherfucker out in California, they will lie on you and turn on you. And with Roland, they actually did in real time, okay? Now, how could you post this when the family just went through the death and, you care more about guarding your brotherhood, them alphas, than you actually do about this woman, how despicable and disgusting you are, and this, that, and the other. Dirty Mac and Roland got a little taste of his own medicine. But guess what? That's their civil war, right? This is what they wanted. You ushered in this environment, and now they don't want you right there anymore. You know what I mean? So now they get your ass up out of the paint, you know, with weaponized, retroactive accusations, you know? So this is something to watch out for in the upcoming years. It wasn't just about a damn check. Now it's a tool for political repression. And I've said this, and I've said this before. In order to get rid of people's credibility and financially strain them, particularly black men. It's been used since the inception that we've been here in this country, is use taboo to create a monster, stating that that person has victimized an elder, a child, or a woman. Almost nobody will question it. Nobody will give anybody any sort of due process or anything like that. And it gives the public permission to exact their extrajudicial punishments on the individual. And unfortunately, in the case of the lieutenant governor, that was some of his last words. Lynching. Ironically, in the state that's known for that. I'll land my plane there.
Whoa. What's up with StreamYard?
Oh yeah. Okay. So to answer your question, yeah. See, we got them in a rock and a hard place, Jackson. Right? Any of these women that do pop up to try to run for any of these like high profile positions, Manosphere has made it really, really hard for them to do so. Right? So they want to get the position, and so in order to try to get it, it has to be through nefarious means, right? So even the whole situation with Joe Biden, right? They forced him out. You understand what I'm saying? Like, in order for a woman to get in, it's probably not going to be through sort of electoral means. It's going to be through some fucking gymnastics. I promise you. Somebody's going to get accused. Somebody has to step down. Oh, there you go. You got a woman. America's fine with a woman now. It's going to be some bullshit.
What about
like that.
assassination? What about assassination, Saul?
Well, what is understood don't need to be stated, right? We all kind of, you know, could kind of, you understand what I'm saying? You know, extrapolate all these different themes and tactics here. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, if you really, really paying attention, it's all creating a sort of, they're going to war with each other. You know what I mean? They're cannibalizing each other. All we have to do is throw gasoline on the shit. Case in point. Not to, you know, take too much your time, Machismo, but I do have to state this. Now, when Roland was doing the dumb shit he was doing this week, and all the women were in his ass, AKAs, deltas, everybody saying, this is despicable. You represent Alpha. You should step down. Your show, all this other stuff with some of the chicks from the FBA movement was doing was they was throwing gasoline on the fire. And so Roland started cussing them out. And so everybody started saying, see, this is what we're talking about. Roland supports a rapist. He had a sex scandal himself. He's a pervert. He's a weirdo. Hey, I'm for it. You know what I'm saying? This is the very thing that you created, right? Remember, we was the same black men who were calling women bed wenches, right? Just not even a week or week and a half ago. It was all good then, right? They rotisserie in his ass. I land my plane there.
Well, you know, the thing about this being a black man in a very powerful political position, you know, when a white man does it, he catch a cold. When a black man got to go through this, he gets pneumonia. This was a literal character assassination that led to a self-deletion and deletion nonetheless. We have to take this situation very seriously because this could happen to any one of us. I once had aspirations of being a political figure when I was younger. For the simple fact, I knew black men needed a voice, but I also know that this was not going to happen in the way I thought it was going to be. They would literally build you up just to tear you down to the point that you're broken. And when you're broken, and especially when we reach the heights of almost being a governor, see, when you're in a position of not just running your own type of establishment, you run a whole entire state. You know how many people probably hated his black ass? Here go this dude with his nice, pristine wife, his black family, living in one of the best so-called parts of the country. You know, he probably stayed in PG County for all sakes. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the premier black richest counties in all of the nation. He was literally the American black man dream. And they basically used character assassination to make him take his own self out. And shout out to you, Saul. I noticed that now, don't they have a white liberal woman governor now that's basically tearing down the whole entire Commonwealth of the whole entire DC area, not just Virginia? This is what they wanted.
Isn't that the irony?
Super ironic. Super ironic. They literally showing y'all that they destroying this country, this great well, I ain't gonna call the system great, but it's the last great system that we have in the so-called West, and we literally watching them using Marxist communist tactics. Don't get twisted. Feminism is Marxism. You know what I'm saying? And they using these things right under our faces, and I'm getting mad at the so-called masses of so-called educated, bright, progressive people of this country that just want to go ahead, watch, and give it away to these Marxists. And all they want to do is make the black man look like the poster child for not only corruption, perversion, and they basically gonna say that black man don't deserve no power, just like his woman. I'll land my plane there.
Tito, it's all yours, Playboy.
Yeah, you know what? When it comes to this lieutenant governor guy, I don't know if he, flew too close to the sun, or he just came to his political zenith in that time when they was coming with the Me Too shit and trying to take down, a bunch of different men and everything. But I have noticed a pattern with a lot of these Democratic people. I don't know if they, with the men anyway, I don't know if they end up pissing somebody off or what it is, but it's always like these, even with the dickhead out of California, Swalwell, it's always like these weird ass retroactive he raped me's from 15 years ago and shit. Like, why ain't you go to the police then? Why are you talking about it now? You know what I'm saying? But I guess that's the part of what they say, the hot spotlight of fame. Motherfucker blow up and then his exes come from everywhere with all type of allegations and shit. But yeah, this is a common thing. But this crash out with this dude, it wasn't just it was the family pressures too. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about when they pull this shit with these guys, because it not only fucks up their political career, it fucks up any career that they might have had outside of politics too. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know what they got a degree in or how complete it is. And because I guess the women in their life, either is they see an opening because now this motherfucker ain't gonna be making as much money, so now they want to bail out and try to monkey branch to somewhere else, or if they actually believe what the woman is saying. You know what I'm saying? Well, it might be a combination of both, but yeah, I mean, these crash outs that these guys have, I don't condone them, but I can understand them. You know what I'm saying? And I'll land my plane there.
All right, well played, gentlemen. All right, let's do this pivot. I wanted to do this one to double to double down on this because this happened recently, and I think I think me and Mr. O might have briefly covered this, but I want to do the I want to play the full segment out because this this isn't random. I know the old niggas, the old establishment, want to downplay this as much as they can. But this this right here at Al Sharpton's Action Now Network, i.e., Democrat establishment buffer organization for Negro mass political control. This gentleman stepping up here and saying what he's saying. This represents the current zeitgeist in the political landscape and the psyche. Once again, being led by the FBA black man. So there's been some social media haze surrounding it, sensationalism, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But this is one of these canary in the coal mine type events, and I'm here for it and glad to see it. So I'm just going to play this section.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm just going to play this section, and then I'm going to get you guys to round robin on it.
Hey, yo, as I look around this room.
And let me set the stage for this, too. You see, there's the old Negroes in the back, and, of course, the Keisha. And the person who was the MC for this political action event host, sponsored by the Democratic Party, Al Sharpton, because this is his organization, is a fruit monger. Verbiage courtesy of Saul. And what have we said, ladies and gentlemen? If you're a black male and you are a Democrat, you are either an old nigga or a fruit monger.
Or tether.
Or tether. Bro, you can't make this shit up right in your face. And the one FBA that's in the room ain't having it, right? Here we go. Fruit monger, Akeisha, old niggas and tethers. And
Wait a minute. Real quick. Sorry. I want to give a special shout out, and we gotta give special shout outs when we can. We been on y'all New York niggas heads for this shit. Y'all lay up in that damn Puerto Rican and that Dominican chocha, y'all tend to forget. You know what I'm saying? Way to step up, man. Way to put a motherfucking Timberland boot in that ass. Sorry, I had to put that out there.
And before you continue with Cheesebo, I want to give an honorable mention to, unfortunately, John H. Johnson. He started this beautiful publication called Jet and Ebony, but the latter is actually ridiculing black men for not defending actually today. Yes, Ebony magazine, read by a tether Keisha married to a white man, is telling black men in an editorial article, shame on you. And now you can continue.
If you're 35 years old or younger, raise your hand. 4 people. So here's the thing. Y'all in trouble. Yesterday you had Al Green up here talking about we need a Secretary of Reconciliation, and then that's going to include what he said was reparations, which, by the way, wasn't reparations. Reparations is more than a check, but the very first thing it is a check. And come this year during the midterms and in 2028, if you don't have our check, you won't get no vote. No check, no vote. Yeah, I know that ain't what you want to hear, but that's what's happening. All of y'all in here, with all due respect, you're beautiful, but you're old. You're not talking to the youth. You don't know how to talk to the youth. You're trying to tell us what to do. We're not having it no more. So if you want our vote, you got to come with our paper. We're not scared of Trump. We're not scared of anybody. Biden is a racist. Trump is a racist. Kamala is a racist. And if you don't have our money, you don't get our vote. Yeah, not. Who are
Look at Zesty Johnson. Hold on there, brother, and watch old boy check
you. Oh, all right, yeah. So like I was saying, I'm gonna land my plane right there. But the Democrats are no better than the Republicans. No check, no vote. Y'all take care. And somebody get my man a tissue. He need a tissue.
He needs some milk.
Yo, he needs some milk. Bro, that's the time we on. Yo, and like I said, this shit is organic, bro. Like, yo, we've been talking this shit down here for a long time about these old niggas gotta go. Well, my man started out with that. Who in here is under 35? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all old. Bro, we would tell you these old niggas gotta go, man. Yo, what you call it? Tito, why don't you take that to pass it to Saul? Where the fuck everybody at? That chop everybody off?
No, you didn't chop me off from right here. Yeah, man. Now this guy, hey, I agree with the New York guy, the dude that stood up, man. I agreed with him, but he got to understand one thing, that these Democrats is not about to give black people no motherfucking tangibles. Tangibles is the taboo with Democrats and black people. I don't know why people that vote for Democrats don't understand that shit. Why won't they give us tangibles? It's not because of complacency that they not giving you niggas tangibles. That's not what it is. They not giving you niggas tangibles because then that will cause the coalition that they don't cobble together to dissipate. If they get your black ass tangibles, then all of the immigrants, the first generation tellers, the Jamaicans and the Trinidadians and all of that shit, they're not going to vote for them no more. If they gave you niggas tangibles, I guarantee you they would turn, all of them people would turn conservative real goddamn quick. They would. Them niggas would sound, all of them Jamaicans and shit, them motherfuckers would sound like Jesse Lee Peterson the next day if they gave you niggas anything. That's the first part of it. Now for they Wall Street donors, they wouldn't donate money to them no more because now you setting them up as an economic, you setting black people up potentially down the road as an economic competition to them. You feel me? Right? The other races of people, the old like the old Italians and the Polish and shit, the last ones around, the so-called blue dog Democrats that still vote with them, and the old hippies from the 60s and all of that shit, if they gave you tangibles, they wouldn't like that because it would piss them off, because the reason for keeping your black ass around anyway was to utilize you, not give you anything. So when this guy's talking to these people about tangibles, I respect what he's saying, but he got to understand what the play really is. They can't give niggas tangibles. That's why they don't. It ain't that they don't want to. They can't. They simply can't. Now I'll land my plane there.
Saul, that's all you.
He's absolutely right. Just like when the immigrants thought that we were getting something, they were talking that shit, back in the 90s and 2000s. As far as actually, they would undermine us then when people were largely on the Democratic train, as far as us getting any sort of tangibles. When all them people was getting affirmative action and welfare and stuff like that, you did have these immigrants having a problem, whatever the case may be. Now if we do get something or whatever the case may be, what you think will happen at liquor stores, they little bummy ass restaurants, they bullshit ass fruit stands and stuff like that. It'll be a whole fucking problem. So it will be a problem. But however it cuts out, I still commend the young man just to dismantle and cause chaos in this political system for what it is, just to pressure them and embarrass them when it comes to their hypocrisy and their bullshit, just so that we can sit back and let all this shit go in disarray, so that there's little to no organized obstruction and undermining of the black male here. Let this shit, be what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? Let these motherfuckers feel like what it's like being a nigga for the next 4 years. I'm down with it. Like you said, ain't nobody afraid of no damn Trump. You know what I mean? I'm not knocking Trump. If nothing else, get their ass. Trump ain't concerned about me, honestly. Trump ain't did nothing to me. You know what I mean? And as far as I'm concerned,
You know, he's getting rid of the fruit mongers and the motherfuckers who come over here without licenses and shit like that, turning their damn trucks into missiles and things like that. So, you know, salute to him. You know what I mean? And it also shows, well, damn, if you got Trump out there riding, you know what I mean, just out there, you know, nuts dragging and stuff like that, what the fuck have y'all been doing? So it's actually a good thing to actually show how these motherfuckers whine and scream and talking about all this old racism and this, that, and the other in this old society. I bet you when a Democrat gets back in office, and unfortunately we have to deal with the inevitable of the ebb and flow of this country, you know, there's a good chance that, you know, someday they will. They're not gonna have a fucking Central High School style National Guard escort. You know what I mean? They're not going to be busting through these stations and raiding them, Mississippi burning style, breaking up departments because of their corruption and profiling young black men. None of that shit is going to happen, especially when most of that shit happened in northern cities at that. So, you know, let's just sit back and watch this damn coalition dissolve and smoke a pack and, you know, eat a pork rind or so. If you into that, I you know, land my plane there, man.
He said if you into
No swine. No swine. My body keep it fine.
If you into that. Yo, shout out to Detroit 313 and bang Detroit. We about to pass it to Mr. O, but let me do this super chat. Detroit, bang. I was watching that shit earlier. All right, so you was in the chat too. I was listening to it in my headphones. I wasn't watching the chat. Detroit 313 with a $10 super chat, and right now the official channel stream sponsor. He said Mike V from this is from the Black Brain Trust. I heard that bullshit earlier too. Was on Art Newstall earlier, and he said that the Democrats will give Black Americans reparations after all the governors and House of Representatives vetoed the reparation bill. Bro, yeah, I heard him in there shilling hard for the Democratic Party today. That shit was but you know, he's an old nigga. You know what I'm saying? A old nigga or a fruit monger. It's got to be one of them. Like, yeah, but I heard that dumb shit too. Here, let me give you a booby drop.
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the prettiest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Sure enough.
Well, who am I?
Sure enough.
Who am I?
Sure enough.
I can't hear you.
Sure enough.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. Fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. Fuck all you hoes.
Hold on. Go ahead, Mr. O. That's all yours.
Man, she got them double D's on her chest, man. Call her Daredevil, for real, for real. Shit.
Daredevil, stupid. Go ahead, it's all you, man.
Man, look, bro. Check this out. So these old Negroes gotta go. These old Negroes gotta go. These so-called but fake racist liberals, they gotta go too. I'm already seeing something that's about to happen. I think we got touched down on the subject on multiple channels before, but I'm scared that this might actually come bite us in our behind. As far as reparations going forth, we see all the so-called avenues right now they've been using to basically not give us what we are owed to. They use everybody was in slavery argument, despite the fact people that was enslaved or not even enslaved got reparations. They're gonna tell us that blacks here in America was not the only ones enslaved. They're gonna tell us that we basically got the best end out of the deal out of everybody else around the globe. You know what I'm saying? We fought for our independence, got it, and we basically ascended to the system that kept us enslaved. Okay, we got that right. The one thing these tethers, these liberals, and everybody else in between, don't get it twisted. Everybody had our black asses. They're going to try and stop us one way or the other. The last straw they going to use against us to get reparations, they're going to say, but y'all own slaves too. And once that come out, everybody and their mama gonna be so upset, and they really gonna put a curveball in the so-called reparations plan. That's one thing, and I'm scared that might even happen. You know, Anthony Johnson, as much as I look up to him, but yeah. The second thing, how can I say this? These Negroes, these old comfortable Negroes, that's exactly what they are. They've been voting Democrat. And Tito probably could confirm it with me. They've been voting Democrat for the last 100 years. They'll tell you the only reason they voted Democrat because of they want to talk about presidents, right? They want to talk about, oh, this president. Y'all love talking about FDR. The only reason why people love FDR so much because the dude came out with Social Security and the first installment of so-called welfare plan for these people. That's exactly why the only reason 100 years later that black people are still fixated in their mind to think that the Democrats of FDR era, JFK era, I don't know why, but they even want to talk about Jimmy Carter like he did some bombastic great things as a Democrat. They'll go ahead and tell you all these things because they get they give them gimme that's. And once I start looking at some of my people as parasites and they cannot basically persuade from the spell, they gotta go. And unfortunately, it's majority of our so-called elders. The ones walking around here trying to tell us that they know what's going on, they got our best interests, but y'all the boomers that sold all our interests away. But gimme that. And I can't take y'all seriously. And I land my plane there.
All right, well played. Now that is a nice. Actually, you're gonna actually do a double header. Because let me play your Twitter segment on the Netherlands. We're at the 1 hour 26 mark, 26-minute mark. Yeah, old fried chicken eating ninjas. Exactly. We're at the 126. We're making good time. We'll get you guys up right up out of here. So let's play this Twitter segment. Let's play this Twitter segment. What do you say, CJ? You said, well, this old man, 59 years, been sitting this out. Been time for the young to take the reins. All right, I'm glad you said that because there's a caveat with that. We do be talking about the boomers, blah, 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 blah. But I'm older too. A lot of that old nigga, the old Negro commentary is really indicates a mentality. As well as age, but more so a mentality. Kevin was our early Gen Xer. I believe he was 54, 55, etc. So that's what I'm saying. So we're talking about it collectively as a whole. We don't mean that you could be 59 or 60 and like not be. You could be 59, 60 and not be a goofy. The problem is the majority of them niggas is goofy.
What you call it is a good example of an elder, not an old nigga. Judge Joe Brown.
Judge Joe Brown, exactly. Well played, sir. Well played.
Because he earned that respect.
Mm-hmm. We gotta speak in a lexicon and nomenclature down here to communicate big ideas. We were actually pretty good at it. But that's really what we say. It just so happens that a lot of these old niggas is boomers. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? You could be a younger dude and be acting like an old nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's more a mentality. Even, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, really, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that.
It really got to do with old guard, we shall overcome ass thinking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The sort of, status quo Negroes. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Nothing. I don't want nothing to change.
Yeah.
I scared. We just don't vote.
Y'all better not speak too loud.
Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see.
Y'all gonna see. Yeah, them type niggas. Sit your
We
old
holding a
ass
fish
down.
fry. We hold
Now,
a
don't
fish
you go
fry for our
fussing
bus
with
trip
them
to go
white
back to
folks
Selma.
asking him for no tangibles now. Don't you go
Don't be
fussing.
asking for no goddamn tangibles.
Mr. 𝐄𝐍𝐉𝐎𝐾 is good white folks.
He's good
Don't
white
you go
folks.
bothering him.
Why you won't go rock the boat? Why we got good thing going on here?
Yeah, what you worried about voting for? You know they both two feathers in the same bird. Don't matter. You just sit on the side and don't do nothing.
Oh, you trying to be white? You trying to be white? You want to live like the white man? You want to vote? You want to work? You want to have a career?
So Jackson, check this out. Check this out. You know how Tyler Perry, even when he was young, he acted like an old church bitch, right?
Bro.
Watch it. Hold on. So who do you see there? You see Tyler Perry Jr. You know what I'm saying? In there, in that convention, acting like, you know, his name is Ernestine and Gertrude. You know what I'm saying? You know, just an old hoe ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know, he talking about he's under 34. Why aren't you around people your age? I'll tell you why. Somebody your age will put a foot in your ass, you know what I'm saying? Based on the way you conduct yourself. You socially awkward, you know what I mean? And that's an example. The dude that was holding the mic, I'm not talking about the New York brother. The dude that was holding the mic, I mean, as we all know.
The chubby fruit monger.
Exactly, as we already know. And, you know, every so often, you know, the nomenclature changes. But that's an example of a bitch-made nigga. You know what I'm saying? He went to Sunday school. He was obedient. He was a boy who ain't go outside and run away when it was like, oh, it's church time, nigga. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a bike. You know what I mean? I'm out here throwing rocks. I'm out here, you know what I'm saying, with straight animals. I'm out here fighting niggas. No, that nigga was right behind his all the women and shit, listening to conversations and shit about the next episode of fucking General Hospital. That old sassy ass Negro. I digress though.
All right, let's go. Hold on. Let me scroll back down. I'm up here fucking reading. I'm up here laughing in the comments. All right, let's go. This is your segment, Mr. O. This is the Netherlands piece. Give me a second. Turn my volume up and come on, you bastard. Yeah. There we go. Let's go.
To do something about
I'm gonna run it back. It said the caption says
this is an emergency.
The caption says the Netherlands is being run by devils. The Netherlands to legalize male embryos to produce children.
This is an emergency SOS call from the Netherlands. All hope is lost. Please save us. I'm calling on the international community to do something about the extreme disease that is in charge of the Netherlands. Just tonight, our parliament discussed a new law that will allow two men to donate DNA material to create a joint embryo out of two men, meaning a child born of two men, and will also allow a single person to mate with themselves to produce a self-fertilized egg and then create a child with only one biological parent. This comes after the Netherlands legalized gay marriage, after we had the first gay prime minister, after we invented the Dutch protocol, which is an unscientific, unproven way of castrating a man and then giving him a fake vagina with tissue from out of his ass. I'm not kidding about that. We're allowing euthanasia of children from ages 12 and up, and 16 and 17-year-olds can have themselves euthanized without their parental consent. We are also allowing, under the Groningen Protocol, the euthanasia of children up to 1 year old. So if you don't like your child, you can get rid of it after it's been born. Of course, we have abortion up to birth, right? We have the world's first pedophile party taking part in our elections. My God, I can't do this anymore. I wasn't born to grow up in this Sodom and Gomorrah of the world. I am of the opinion that this country needs to be vaporized. And I hereby call upon President Donald Trump, on President Putin of Russia, and the Ayatollah of Iran to point your nuclear rockets at this country and blast it to shits. Away with this. This cannot heal without first bombing it to the ground.
Yo, old boy is not playing. All right, I'm glad you sent me this, Sean. Hold on, my caveat, before I get everybody's round robin, I will say this. this is the direction the U.S. was going under the Democratic Party. Let's just keep it a buck. They were
I was
all
gonna say that.
hold on. They was all tied in with the globalists, and to a large extent, this is a large reason why Trump fucking totally dismantled NATO and got us the fuck out of here. Because he's been meeting with these, and he was like, these fuckers are crazy. He keeps saying, a lot of these people are lunatics. I'll run this back again because I'm looking at the chat now. Y'all like, what the fuck? Yo, I think dude's dead ass serious, and that's his country. So I'm gonna give it to you, Mr. O. It's all yours. This is your segment. Then we'll do Tito and Saul. Go ahead.
Now, some things I know I'm a comedian. I know I'm a content creator. Get back into this rap thing. I know I have wore many hats, but main thing I am is a conspiracy confirmer, not theorist, not no whack job, a confirmer. This is the type of stuff that keeps me up at night because I know that Bible is real. And everything in my almighty bone been trying to say like this can't be it. Not this time period. This is the best time to literally be alive. Like literally. I'm glad that the Most High decided to put me in this time period so I could basically witness all the fine luxuries and everything and be very thankful that I'm not in the past old biblical days, even though we still in biblical times. I got to keep telling these stupid people I'm not in them old days, but I have to go ahead and say like, this is some wicked, some stuff that even Stephen King could put in a book and make it into a novel. This is the stuff that makes me basically have nightmares at night. They are literally trying to go ahead and bring in it.
Abominations
abomination on top of abomination on top of abomination. Like you literally. And I'm glad you said, but you kind of thunder away from me because that's exactly
my bad, bro. My bad.
That's exactly what they're trying to do over here. And so many damn words. They are trying to basically turn. Well, America is already Babylon. Let's be real. We already been Babylon for a very long time. But you bastards trying to turn us into Babylon, Egypt, Sodom, Gomorrah. You trying to make us all wrong, all of us in one. Y'all, Trump and a lot of whistleblowers over the years and trying to tell y'all didn't want to believe them. A lot of them even had to go get sent to their early demise, sent to the grave, but trying to tell you people the truth. This is no longer a laughing matter. This dude in the Netherlands is just one of many in the West. Some of them still scared, but this is what's really happening. And I hate to tell y'all this, but a lot of y'all, especially y'all listening in this chat, people watching the playback, y'all have very good common sense and very high IQs, or unless y'all want to be here. Y'all gonna be a very, very isolated and lonely individuals in the next couple of months and years, because you can't be around individuals that'll go ahead and try to convince you that this is the best way to go for the future of all nations, in which they try to bring in globalism. They're going to tell you that there's no problem for another man to walk down the street with another man and they got a kid that basically came from them. And that same being, because they ain't going to be no human. I don't know what the hell that thing is going to be. It ain't going to be human. That same thing is going to be funded, taken care of with our tax dollars until it grows up. And we don't know what calamity is going to come out of that type of being once they say, like, we done with the human race. And I'll land my plane there.
I'm gonna have to say to you, Mr. You might have had the motherfucking clip of the evening. I didn't listen to this shit all the way through before I pulled it up. I heard a piece. I was like, okay, something weird's going on in the Netherlands. I played like the first 30 seconds and just was like, all right, cool, let me go to the next clip. First of all, I'm gonna pass this to Tito, but first of all, I'm gonna run this shit back because I wanna drive this in. He said, the DNA from two men to make a child and making a baby out of just yourself. And then he also said that they running now for office is officially a PDF file party. And like I said, this is the direction the Democrat Party was going here in the States. And it's a good thing this MAGA movement derailed a lot of it. But this is straight up the direction this country was headed.
This is an emergency SOS call from the Netherlands. All hope is lost. Please save us. I'm calling on the international community to do something about the extreme disease that is in charge of the Netherlands. Just tonight, our parliament discussed a new law that will allow two men to donate DNA material to create a joint embryo out of two men, meaning a child born of two men, and will also allow a single person to mate with themselves to produce a self-fertilized egg and then create a child with only one biological parent. This comes after the Netherlands legalized gay marriage, after we had the first gay prime minister, after we invented the Dutch protocol, which is an unscientific, unproven way of castrating a man and then giving him a fake vagina with tissue from out of his ass. I'm not kidding about that. We're allowing euthanasia of children from ages 12 and up, and 16 and 17-year-olds can have themselves euthanized without their parental consent. We are also allowing, under the Groningen Protocol, the euthanasia of children up to 1 year old. So if you don't like your child, you can get rid of it after it's been born. Of course, we have abortion up to birth, right? We have, we had the world's first pedophile party taking part in our elections. My God, I can't do this anymore. I wasn't born to grow up in this Sodom and Gomorrah of the world. I am of the opinion that this country needs to be vaporized. And I hereby call upon President Donald Trump, on President Putin of Russia, and the Ayatollah of Iran to point your nuclear rockets at this country and blast it to shits.
Tito, Passover just passed. So, yeah, abomination. And this is not a tongue-in-cheek statement that aside from some of the more extreme aspects of this, doesn't a tremendous amount of this sound like the policy stances of the Democratic Party as we know it? All yours, Tito.
Yeah, what he's talking about, I'm not sure that what he's talking about will actually work because of you know, the genetic and the chromosomal manipulation that will have to take place that I'm sure hasn't been perfected yet. So I think what's going to happen is that even if they do go ahead with pilot testing of this, you're going to see a couple of generations of Cronenbergs where it will only be, what I think is going to come out of this is that these people might set out wanting to have children, but what they're going to end up with is basically non-moving clones from which they can take different body parts and everything from in case they need them later on. I think that might be the only use to come out of this, because it's no way that you can convince me that with the same genes that you good enough to manipulate those genes to change the chromosome and to allow fertilization, or to take and produce like a viable sperm from the chromosomes that the female have to let her fertilize on her own embryo. I don't think they've went that far along with this technology yet. Now, if somebody were to say that if a female wanted a child, that they could like basically maybe reverse clone one of her distant relatives out of her DNA, I would believe that. But a self-fertilized embryo, I don't really think so. I think that that's what you would end up making as a Cronenberg. Yeah. And I land my sick ass plane there. That shit is sick.
Bro.
Oh, okay.
For those that might not know, a Cronenberg is a mutated genetic monstrosity, is what that is.
Like the half. Yeah, like the Habsburg from yesteryear. What was that? King Charles and them family. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so that's all yours. Take us home.
I gotta give credit where credit is due. I want to say, what's the brother name? The is it the what's the name? The protagonist? What's his name?
Nameless protagonist.
Yeah, he was ringing alarm about this about 4 or 5 years ago.
That's facts.
About transhumanism and the way things were going. You know what I mean? He was ringing alarm about this, and all this, when you really think about it, has to do with the sick and despicable obsession with the left and trying to play God. You know what I mean? And it's fucking bad. It's fucking bad when you got Vikings running with a fucking Mayday call. They're like, we out. You know what I mean? It's that motherfucking it's that bad over there. You know what I mean? I would say this, man, when you really think about it, he talked about euthanasia, of a child up to 1 year old. I mean, we're already kind of more or less halfway there anyway with our abortion rates. Even, teens thinking about it, or, giving the power of the parents to do it. And for the first time in human history, people are actually, talking about, actually extinguishing people by choice en masse, and at the same time, creating things. And when you look at the good book, the thing that God has given us, the gift that God has truly given us under a sort of sanctioned and orderly fashion, is the power to create and the power to destroy. But obviously, when Satan presents things to you and it's trickery, he'll present these same sort of things to you, but it's not morally or sanctioned from God's point of view. You know what I mean, right? When it comes to extinguishing a life, obviously it's justified. It could be sacrificial. It could be in the name of justice or war or protection or so forth. When you're creating a life, obviously it has to be under the veil of marriage, or there has to be some sort of sanction to do so, not just to do it. You know what I mean? And so these folks here are creating a sort of modern day Tower of Babel, would you say? And we already knew how that went. So I mean, there's some really disgusting shit. Not only just the whole man. We might be the last generation to have some natural intercourse and shit like that.
Bro. Demolition Man, bro. We don't tell me we going to the Demolition Man period with the damn headset, Saul.
I mean, even worse, it looked like we're going to the fucking Matrix. Quite literally. I'll land my plane there.
Okay, gentlemen, that's a wrap. We're at the 1 hour, 48-minute mark. I want to thank the chat. Yeah, Island of Dr. Monroe. Exactly, CJ Jackson. Oh, Gattaca's look at you, Stefan. Stefan, 1830. I was thinking of the film Gattaca. Gattaca is an awesome film. That used to be, that was my favorite movie for like 2 years straight. Gattaca.
Ain't that with Christian Bale?
It's Jude Law, Ethan Hawke, Uma Thurman. It was just a great cast. The script was awesome, just everything. Gattaca's an awesome movie. And Island of Dr. Moreau was good too. Look at you guys knowing all the good stuff. All right, guys, let's get closing statements. Get the hell up out of here. We at the 1 hour and 49-minute mark. Thank you to the chat for being engaged. Great show tonight, fellas. The chat and the panel, everybody showed out, and we got to give it to you, Mr. O. You had clip. All right, let's go. Let's get closing statements. I gotta get. Each of you guys got 2 minutes, so we make it just in time. Mr. O, let's start with you.
Well, again, I know I'm a a-hole, I'm an asshole. I gotta do my Janae stream now. Let everybody else get their 2 cents in. Now I gotta do mine since I'm off tomorrow. I got a whole lot of topics to talk about, but yeah, we had to cook a so-called swirler, a trader, a divester, and before everybody be like, that is so mean. How you gonna speak ill of the dead and all that? Yeah. Again, I will never forget what y'all said about Kobe. Kobe had nothing to do with this, and y'all basically put that man on blast, and he was one of the greatest basketball players, athletes, and great human beings of our lifetime. So again, but for every divester, I'm gonna keep on throwing Kobe in y'all damn face. How about that? We talked about these old Negroes that gotta go. The political climate is in our hands, and we got to go ahead and move on this country, right, for the sake of the children. Because of the last clip, and I'm gonna go ahead and land my plane very, very soon. If we don't protect these children, we are going to be just like the so-called former country, if there be a country of the Netherlands in the next couple of years. For the simple fact, y'all want to go along with the get along like these old Negroes. And just like I keep telling y'all, I'm going to stand on my damn statement. Y'all keep on riding, walking, even sitting on that damn fence. Eventually, that post is going to go up your damn ass. And I land my plane there.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that closing, but very well made. Tito, that's all yours. 2 minutes, Playboy.
Yeah. I want y'all to watch in the coming weeks as BGS, FD Signifier, the Amazing Lucas, and the rest of these pussy ass Democratic shills try to bring us to the phony Pan-Africanism and the phony root slave narrative, and try to get people to deny their lineage just for their own personal political gain. You really starting to see now, if nothing else, one thing that this delineation has showed is that you have this small class of people that benefits from all of this we out of world shit that they get black people to join in when black people don't benefit, right? And so you go see a lot of these people, and now I see that I have to double down on an academic front to present evidence indubitably that so-called Black American people, for the most part, come from America. And I'll land my plane there.
All right. Well, shit, Tito. You get one of these for using the word indubitably in your closing statement. Really? Y'all niggas showed out tonight, huh? Booby drop. So that's all yours. 2 minutes delay. You playing, Playboy?
Hey, time to rally the troops. Sonic Army, if y'all out there and y'all want to wreak some havoc, y'all can go on ahead and pay Rolly a visit while you're wearing a digital dress. Hey, pause. Not like that, but you know what I mean. And y'all can go on ahead and pour gasoline on the fire until there's a sort of crowd effect. And before you know it, Rolly will be, have to answer to, his own sexual improprieties, along with, him being an opportunist. I'm just saying, we have an opportunity here, so we have an opportunity to, route an opportunist. We need to get his ass out of the paint. I'm just saying, if y'all got a little time or a little fun on your hands, y'all can go on over there and troll Rolly in the comment section wearing a dress and pointing out how, how much he hates Black women, how much of a misogynist he is, and how he's insensitive to, the family and stuff like that. Yeah, that'll make him bury his head for a little bit, but just a little something to think about. I'll land my plane there.
Yeah. All right, guys, we have the 154. That is a wrap. Hold on, I got one. Roland, Roland taking a lot of L's since the election. We'd like to put a nail in the proverbial coffin, if you will. Yo, shout out to the chat, man. You guys are really fully engaged tonight. Help the show go fast. It is what time? 1:37 a.m. Eastern Standard, man. So once again, man, you guys show up every goddamn Sunday. I know I keep saying this, but we can't do the show without you.
Hey man, reward them with them titties on the way out, man.
Oh hell yeah! Well, yeah, perfect time for a booby drop. I'm going to put together a nice compilation of boobs. We'll have more drops. But
now that's a BBW. Now that's what I call BBW. Big breasted woman.
Big breasted woman. What did you have? Daredevil earlier? That shit was funny. Once again, thanks for supporting the channel, all of you guys. Boob tube, y'all niggas are stupid. And shout out to my panel, man. Like I say it again, all of us are in different states, different time zones. Some of us different countries. And we'd be like the A-Team and Voltron last minute Sunday night. This was a fantastic show tonight, guys. We covered a lot of stuff. Commentary was good. And like I said, I'm glad you found that Netherlands clip, Mr. O, because that's more like some horror movie shit, like the bullet we dodged getting these Democrats up out of here. Getting these Democrats up out of here. Because a lot of that crazy shit that old boy was talking sounds like a lot of Democratic policy, and people are surprised why they didn't win en masse. So, I think that's all the announcements. As you know, we got a lot of the channel catalog and rotation now during the day. We're going to try and do 12-hour blocks of streaming, getting the catalog together. Make sure you check out Tito's streams and Mr. O's. Mr. O, you can always find them over Hoodservative as well. I'm always sharing Tito's streams on the community tab, and I'm glad to see his subscriber base growing. That being said, man, like we always do about now, thank you as always, and good night, and good luck.
Here's another classic. The definition of hip hop. Here's another classic. The definition of rap shit dead with chemistry. Here's another classic. The definition of
Salute the black man.
I salute.
Salute the black man.
I salute.
Salute the black man.
I salute.
Salute the black man.
I salute. Everybody on down. Get on up. Everybody right down. Get into it. Everybody right down. Get involved. Everybody get together.
Sorry. Hey, where's Stewie? That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter.
There it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean, to play us out? To end the show?
Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today, and we'll leave you with a... I can't do it. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
In 5,